Just a few words about one episode from Movies That Made Us, a series on Netflix, which attracted this viewer. Hoping movies that made us. That's very interesting. That's very well chosen. Sorry, name. Trouble is, I looked at Halloween, making of Halloween episode, and that was interesting because of the people involved in it and the funny way they presented it, and they made me want to watch. So it would be on my list, Halloween, because it convinced me. Then I watched the episode about Coming to America, and that's a note. And now this about Ghostbusters, because it has Bill Murray, one of the greatest actors, one of the top 5 comedians, and a very interesting man outside of the set. There's a documentary talking about him and the style he has, the habit of just coming to meet with regular people. There's a party and he comes and acts like a normal human being, a celebrity, things like that. So he's in many ways as normal as one can be, considering the prestige and the fame he has and so on. But then this will be the last note. Well, 3 is more than enough. And I don't think I will watch the rest because Back to the Future, yes, interesting about well, phenomenon, one of the best there, top 200. Well, I don't know if I would watch behind the scenes of the Godfather, Goodfellas, real classics. But then again, it's Friday the 13th. Yeah, well, again, I'm not into horror movies. I know about it. For some, it will be a cult movie, and they want to know, and I understand. Not, we agree to skip the rest. Besides, there are places where you can go and find about the Godfather. One day you can watch some interviews. In one, there was Robert Duvall and others. They were saying that on the set, James Gunn was hilarious. He's a fantastic actor to work with. A lot of the times, I mean, I don't know, I haven't read the biography to see maybe he was doing crazy things on some. But then Marlon Brando, who had such an impact, I mean, he was acting before and after Marlon Brando's landmark style, had such an impact, and became such a role model. But then, after his very young years, you have a tendency not to bother to know his lines, so they would have to put his lines all over the place, on the ceiling, on the fridge, if you will, on the people. And that was funny to learn about, and to hear Duvall speaking about that. Plus, you get a lot from reading the book The Kid Stays in the Picture. Robert Evans, who was an actor, producer, head of Paramount, and producer, the man behind Godfather, Chinatown. So already you have 2 of the best 10 movies ever made. Some say Godfather is the best ever. Not that they knew anything about that. Even on the night of the premiere, they didn't know how public react. And if the movie would be finished from the beginning to its end, because there were many problems with it. Rosemary's Baby, the top 100. Love Story was the producer. This is how he met and then married Robert Evans. Love Story, not a movie I like really, but huge success, and mankind loved it in a majority. Those who watched it, and so many did. The Godfather, to make it, there were skeptics, and so he said, because many movies about the mafia would not, they had been failures with the critics and the box office. So Evans had this idea of hiring an Italian, it's an Italian story, Francis Ford Coppola, but there were more than tensions on the set. Quite a few of those involved in the making have been trying to sabotage Coppola, so Evans had to interfere. You learn from this in reading the book. Or some interviews. He has some interviews on which you can find on YouTube in which he speaks. So Evans, very interesting stories. As for this, Ghostbusters is not my thing, but it's interesting to find about the special effects, how they didn't know if Bill Murray would show up, because he was apparently at that time very unpredictable, but such a stellar, such an iconic figure now.